Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I want to take a little bit of a minute and talk about the Fuji XE5 and the autofocus. Uh, I've had the camera for a few months now, and I've been fairly impressed with the autofocus. I've used it for a few videos, and I will say that I've used it with glasses and sunglasses and things that have given the Fuji system problems in the past, and have noticed no problems as far as videos. Doing videos like this, no problems at all. And I've taken it out to do photos with it before. Not very challenging environments at all. The tracking's worked pretty good. I've seemed to got every shot that I wanted in focus. And for the most part, I've been happy with the autofocus, but I just wasn't prepared to make a final judgment on it until I took it to a more challenging situation. And that's what I did this past weekend. I took it to the football game. I've shown a lot of videos on that previously on my channel. I kind of show you what I do, what pictures I take, the challenges of the football games and the walk and all that stuff. I wasn't really confident about making any kind of final conclusions about the Fuji autofocus until I put it into a really challenging situation. And the football games are pretty challenging, if you ask me. So I went to the first football game, and I wasn't too pumped up about it afterwards. Very first time I took it out to the football game, I had it in like a single point with the eye and face and detection on, and that was just a complete nightmare. This is how I like to work with all the rest of my cameras. I want to put a box in there, and I want it to look for the eye and face inside of that box. The Fuji, it wasn't having it. Like, it would look for a face or something inside that box for a minute, and then it would say, oh, there's another face over here, or there's a body over here, and it would just, you could see the box jumping around all over the screen, and it was kind of a pain to get anything in focus, and I was pretty disappointed in that. For the first bit of my testing, I was in autofocus custom settings multi-purpose. So if you ask me, that's kind of where I always start off with whatever's out of the box. But when I was using the camera, I was thinking, I should probably change those autofocus settings, because I could tell that I wasn't getting exactly what I wanted out of it. But decided, you know what, I'm not going to change, because when you change stuff or try to change stuff in the field without knowing exactly what's going on, you can really skew the results, or get weird results. You don't know exactly what you're doing. So I just left it where it was the first day, and when you're trying to get something with the face and eye detection on, it just becomes a complete disaster. You're just guessing all the time what your camera's focused on. It jumps around from this to this to this to this to this to this person, all over everywhere, and it just won't focus in like where you have your box. It just won't say, I'm looking just in the box for a face or eye. It just cannot get that done. So for the most part, I just had to use single autofocus point and then turn the face and eye detection completely off. That's the only way I could get the shots that I actually wanted. But I was like, maybe I should change those settings. So I got the opportunity to take it back out to another event with a lot of people in it. So I decided, I'm going to change my custom settings. I'm going to change my settings up to see if I get any better results. So this time I just used a zone autofocus, thinking maybe that would help the camera just focus in on what was in the box. And I changed my autofocus custom settings to a custom setting, and the tracking sensitivity I put on 3, and the speed tracking sensitivity I put on 1. And then zone area switching I put on auto. I don't know what zone area switching does, but anyway, that's the settings I used for the second time around, and it was just equally as bad. It just went a little bit faster from person to person. Best setting that I could come up with to get any kind of photos in focus. Again, I'm shooting in between people, and trying to hit objects that are small in the frame and in between people and things like that. So I had to just use single point autofocus and make the box as absolutely small as I could possibly get it. Put that box on what I wanted in focus, and then I got what I wanted in focus. I had to turn face, eye detection completely off. I mean, it's just obvious to me that when you get in a crowded situation with lots of people and lots of subjects, the camera has a really difficult time deciding on what to focus on. The face eye detection it's just totally unreliable, in my opinion, if you're faced with a challenging subject. Now, you know, when you're just sitting there in front of the camera talking, it does great. When you just want to take a picture of one person, it does great. You start putting it up against a bunch of obstacles, it starts faltering pretty bad. And I've said this in the past about the XE5. If you're absolutely looking for a camera that's, you know, super spec'd out, super maxed out specs, and want the maximum performance out of a camera, Fuji XT5 might not be for you. If you just want to, you know, go out, have some fun, shoot some photos with your family, the XT5 will do fine. Particularly once you start to learn a little camera a little bit more and what functions, what settings work in best in what situations. I just use single point autofocus now pretty much for everything. I try not to use the face auto tech because it's just a nightmare unless I'm just doing a talking head like this. But that's it. That's the truth about the XT5 autofocus. Better than it has been in the past, I will say that, but not great. Not great. XT5 still a great camera. 16 to 80 lens. Do not buy that lens under any circumstances if you want to do any kind of video. It is the worst video lens that I've ever used in my entire life. The focus is bad. You zoom in, it loses focus for like a second. You want to zoom out just a little bit, it loses focus. I mean, it is just a complete nightmare. 16 to 80, would not recommend that lens. The only reason I have it or continue to use it because I don't want to spend money on something else, and it has a pretty good focus range. Other than that, just a terrible, terrible lens. It is sharp, I will say that. So anyway, just my thoughts. Hope this video helps you out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.